We are live, and hello and welcome to our beautiful dream family and to our special Nick. How are you going, Nick?
I'm very well, thanks, Marie, and also to everybody else that joins us here. And I can see we've got Christine and Marie on already. Thank you for joining us. It's like the weekly chat, let's get together and have a cuppa and just have a chat. It's beautiful.
It is beautiful, I know. And Jasper wants to say hello today
Oh,
too. So yeah, but I know, and it was interesting because I didn't get any dreams sent through my email, and I said to Nick, "Oh, well, this is going to be really interesting because I love it when it just flows and we just go with whatever's happening." And we were just talking about the little heading that I popped up for it, and it was, "Have you ever asked for inspiration through your dreams?" Let's play with this concept. And Nick, you said you didn't even see that until last night, and yet you had some dreams without even an intention. It was obviously you'd hooked into that subconsciously.
Yeah. And I did. You know what? When those things happen, those synchronicities, or what I'm going to just call everyday life now, because they're just so common that I just have to smile and I just say thank you for giving me this. Thank you. This is a gift. Every day I get more and more of these synchronicities that are gifts, and that one in particular I felt was really relevant. And I pulled the cards as well this morning, and I just kept going, oh, thank you. That, of course. And it's all connected. So I'd be interested to see what impressions and feelings people have got through the show today. And even when you do your meditation as well, what comes through. But one of the big things that I've been experiencing all week is this real push for creation. Now, that means a lot of things to different people. For me, it's coming up with an inspirational idea and then making it happen. But it's instant. It's not something that I have to plan for very long. It can be just purely looking at a leaf, picking it up and forming it into a shape. And then next minute I'm joining them together to make those chains that you make, out of a Banksia leaf. And it looked fantastic, and threw it on a tree. That's creation.
That is creation.
So the two dreams that I had, the first dream I went to bed, and this is before you even said this. Once again, I hadn't seen it. So this was the next day after our dream show. I said, show me what my next step could be. Something along those lines, as a form of inspiration that I could then springboard from. And there was a lady who I used to know and teach with who hasn't been in my life forever, and she appeared and she looked fantastic and really healthy, and I got the feeling that she was inspirational because I loved what she was doing, living her life. And she was on a tour. And she was on a tour to go to different workshops in different places around the state. And she just popped in. She had a roast. Yeah, she had a roast and she put it in the oven. And I thought, oh, are you staying for dinner? She said, oh, no, I'm just going to reheat it up. So when we get to Brunswick Heads, which is up the coast, she said, we're going to a workshop there and I'm going to feed everybody. And I said, oh, okay, fine. And so while she was there, it was just all of a sudden morphed, and I was in with them doing the workshop, but then I became the workshop presenter. And then when I woke up, I remembered what it was I was presenting. It was 5D images on T-shirts. And I was getting them to come up, 5D memes and thoughts or whatever, and I was getting them to come up with ideas and showing them ways to be creative to do it. I woke up and then I instantly remembered that, and then I remembered the funny text that I sent one day, and it kept changing. It wouldn't allow me to put the word ascension in there. It just wanted to keep changing it. So I played with it in the morning. This is where I go, what did you do today, Nick? Oh, I did this. So I made a T-shirt image up.
Yep.
And that's what the text message kept coming up instead of the word ascension.
So what is it? It's got ASCENT, ascent, SCO, ascenscond. Ascenscone. That is hilarious.
And I thought that was all led by that dream. Yeah, that dream was definitely something indicating to me. And so that, funny enough, on the weekend, on Saturday, a girlfriend, a few other friends, we all met and we said, let's go and meet at the cafe beforehand and we can have one of their delicious scones. And I went, no way.
Oh, don't you love that? You can have an ascent scone. That is funny. So, and I don't know, in the US, I'm presuming that you know what scones are. In the UK, they call them scones. But they're just this beautiful, how would you describe it? It's like
I think in America they're like the biscuit, they go biscuit and gravy, but then
but they're
obviously
bigger,
no
yeah. And
scone in America.
we
Yeah.
usually have it with jam and cream. Well, I do.
Yeah.
Jam
Yeah.
and cream, baby. And it's just delicious when they're made really well. So yeah. Angel Laurie says she loves scones. Scones. So
Goes.
wow, but don't you love that? Just seeing that in reality. And honestly, Nick, what I'm finding is you've got to be careful what you're thinking about, because
Oh,
on Friday morning, I every year you've got to do your resus, your CPR reset,
yes.
because I work, as a support worker. And so I was thinking back to my teenage years where I was in St. John Ambulance then, and myself, my sister, and another girl, we used to do team events, and we made it to the Australian Championships. So we came all the way over from little old Esperance to Queensland, and we came second because we all had the flu. We were so sick, but we still came second.
Wow.
But I was remembering that, and I was remembering the guy last year that had also been in it as a teenager. So we were chatting, the guy that was running it. And then within about 10 seconds, there's an ambulance behind me. And I haven't seen an ambulance coming along there in years. And I was going, Marie, you were thinking about ambulance, CPR. And then this ambulance comes straight in past me. And I went, I just created that. I know I did.
Amazing,
So,
yeah.
and that's, I think, recognizing that sort of makes us, helps us to be more aware of what we're actually, looking at in life and what we're focusing on. So yeah, it was just like that aha moment. Oh, Marie, well done. So, and then I had to pull aside, everyone pulled aside and sort of them back in, but really interesting. So,
Yeah,
it is. And Kylie, can you put up what you actually were telling me on the weekend? She's on. Hi, Kylie. With your dream as well, because I think it's very relevant to what Nick's talking about with all of this being inspired through dreams. I mean, Nick, that dream was quite incredible. The fact that you turned up to a workshop and you were running it, which is what you're going to be doing it in your beautiful new space you've just created physically.
Yeah. And I will get up there soon. You just got to fix up the internet connection to get to it. Yeah. So
It's
true.
amazing. It is amazing. So,
Mm.
and who have we got on now? Goodness me, we've got a few people who have popped on. Kathleen's on. Hello, darling. Gillian, hi. Angel, Laurie, and Kyle's. So there you go. What has Kathleen said? Let's have a look.
I saw the title last night before sleep. Finally had a dream last night. I have been wanting to write something, mulling it over, not sure what to write. Dream was my son won an award for an essay.
Hang on a minute, we'll get there.
Hid it from me, so woke up and remembered I stopped writing in high school, adulthood, because I hated my mum bragging about me, but was really proud, so I stopped writing for years. Now ready again. Oh my God, Kathleen, I have just got the chills. See how this show works?
Yeah.
I'm really, this has just gone, boom. I just got an energy rush reading this. This is amazing. So we'll talk about this first.
Yeah, I agree. So let's go back up. So, and how interesting though, that straight away what popped was that your mum was so proud of you, and yet you stopped doing it because of the way she would brag about you. And I know, Kathleen, like artists go through this, musicians, and they go, oh my God, I'm so vulnerable because this writing is coming from so deep within me. It's like, what will people think of me? And it's true, like we have that fear around what are we going to get? What are people going to say? And I don't know, I've got this feeling, I'm going to do some cards for you as well on this. I've got this feeling that now you actually don't care. It's like, I'm just going to express what I need to express, and however anyone takes it, that's not my business. It's true, isn't it? It's not our business how people react, what they say, how they think. Because what you're doing is you're putting this beautiful idea, which turns into energy, and they will get exactly what they need from it. Kathleen, I'd love to know what sort of writing you do. Can you let us know what sort of writing you actually do? So and I was just saying before to Nick, I used to journal all the time, constantly for years,
Didn't you?
left and right-handed. And then I'd read my left-handed writing, which was all sort of subconscious, 6 months later and go, how did I know all that? You know, it was like in that moment, I didn't fully understand what it was that was coming through. But I was saying to Nick, I now don't feel that urge to write. I feel like I see it, I know it, it's cleared, I understand it. So yeah, it's really interesting, isn't it? You know, that inner work we do is so important as well. So I'm just going to pull some cards for Kathleen because I think that's beautiful. You got that inspiration last night. That's amazing. Oh, yeah. Strategy. You've got the 7 of Swords to start with. This is a plan. It's a change of strategy with the 5 swords there and then balancing your plan because the 2 in the back are about making sure that it's balanced for you. The Lovers, oh my goodness. So this is about you really connecting with yourself, going in and getting that inspiration, like through that beautiful angelic energy coming into you, Kathleen. I really feel this is going to really help bring you into such an awareness around something or an aha moment around something within yourself as well. The Sun, I love it. It's the playfulness and the child. I don't know, have you ever thought of doing beautiful children's stories? Because this Sun card is very much about play, fun, inner child, joy. Yeah. So how beautiful are those cards for what you just tapped into? And so, and Nick was saying how your dreams as well, because you had about 5 dreams and they were about you watching your inner child. Do you want to talk about that one?
Yeah. Well, one was just sitting at a table. It was a beautiful feeling, and it was like a family home setting that you have. And I was me at about between 5 and 7, and just sitting at that table watching. I was watching myself as a child, and it was just, I was perfect. You know, I was just absolutely perfect as a child because you are.
Yeah.
You're not, you know, and it's interesting now when I think about it, that age is where you're still being who you're really meant to be. And I didn't have too much kicked out of me at that point because I hadn't been long at school. But yeah, definitely that's that beautiful embracing of that self where you don't care what other people think. Like you can walk around with your underpants on and it's not coming out of your nose, you know?
It doesn't matter. And that's the beauty of the child. So yeah, I love that concept as well. Even for like Kathleen, it's like you don't care. So but it's great because Kathleen's popped a few other things up as well.
It was a writer's block for me, and I think this is why I wrote several books that I've lost and can't decide if I want to rewrite them or something new.
And then
And they were romance, fairy, family stories.
yeah.
I did write a book about children in a magical forest and want to do that too.
So your cards were actually saying to you that might be one of the nicest places for you to start. And what Nick was experiencing with her inner child, maybe drop in and get the inner child to play it for you in your mind like she's in a movie and you're writing it as the movie unfolds, is what I was seeing.
That's a great way of putting it, Marie. I love that. Isn't it? And bringing all that imagery and thought together now is going to form something for you, Kathleen. And I love the way you've just directed that through the cards, Marie. It's quite an exciting time for us because we're stepping into our creator mode now, whatever that is. And it's meant to be joyful. It's meant to be fun. So why not start with something to do with children or the concept of using that enlightened way of looking at life?
Yeah, exactly. You know, I've done some meditations and recorded them on my Magic Marie YouTube channel for children. So if you ever do want a beautiful meditation for children, it's about protection and being in a forest and getting this gift, and it's really, really sweet. So you know, if you've got some kids or grandchildren and that one's in there. So I can't remember what number it is, but yeah, so it's in there. So but yeah, that was fun because I just was there with it. I was feeling it all. So, and I just did it like I normally do the meditations, where as I'm seeing it, I'm expressing it. So that's one way to write. Yeah, so beautiful. Gosh, and there was it was interesting because Carly and I had a lovely day yesterday at the markets and the beach, and then we came back and did some beautiful energy work and kinesiology. And I knew I'd had this block all day, and I haven't had this for years. I was going, there's something in my chakra that's blocked. And it came through and she got it straight away. And it's the sacral, the navel chakra, which again is the creative chakra. So there had been something going on and I just had an inner belief that just needed to be shifted. And it was, once it shifted, it's like this huge weight came off me. I went, I've forgotten how, what it feels like when we've got something that's blocked within our energy field. And I just couldn't stand it because I just don't usually have that. So it was really cool that it was also the navel chakra, which is that creative area, that beautiful, for females, that beautiful womb of fertility and nurturing, and it's not just for babies. So yeah, it was really cool. So
amazing.
yeah.
And so the second dream that I had related to this topic of being inspired, and I swear this is so funny, I did get my book because I had to write it down. There it is to prove to you. There's my notes.
Wow, look at you go.
This one's called Poem Inspiration. So interesting, Kathleen, that you brought up a dream that you had about writing, and mine presented to me. I woke up in the middle of the night and still moonlit, so I could really see the sky, all the colours of what was happening outside. And I looked straight into the forest, and it was this block of mist just in this forest. I thought, oh, wow, that is so beautiful. And I was just enjoying that, and then I just went back into sleep mode again. And while I was in that mode, I had a very clear message of a poem. I've never had a poem come through a dream before. And I had asked that, I wrote down, asked to show me the next step forward to be of service. And I woke in the middle of it, saw this image, and then went back, and then this poem was directed, and it says, and there's a bit more to it, but these are the words. I had to come up with the saying to remember it. So I remembered the first word, the letter, and I made my own word. And that was the way I triggered myself in the morning. And it was just called Moonlight Mist, Sparkling Sand Glass, Picture Piece. That's all it was.
Beautiful. And look at the card that came up. I don't usually do this. And I pulled a beautiful animal magic card before we started. And it's peace. It's the dove, which is that purity and peace.
Yeah.
And it's so, it's all so connected. Everything's connected. It's like and they're just such powerful words, and they're beautiful words.
Aren't they? Yeah. Because the moonlight was lighting up the back of that forest and through the mist. And the moon to me is that feminine creator being. It's showing what's possible, but in a beautiful, calm way. That peaceful way. And really, I got that feeling and impression from it anyway, but to put picture piece at the very end, which is that you create it, so picture it. Make it a picture in your head of what you want to see. And the sparkling sand glass, when I sort of had to sit with that, and sparks are creation as well.
Yes, completely. It's that little internal God spark that's just around us. Yeah. Wow, that's amazing.
The sand glass, it's like a pearl, that irritation of the pearl, and it forces it to grow into something beautiful. So the sand is like the irritant, but it's there was so much happening in that imagery when I was getting it, and I thought, wow, there's an inspiration. So I thought, go back to spending more time just maybe writing poetry.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
dances off, and not for any particular reason sometimes.
Exactly. And this is Kim.
I've heard songs in my dreams, and that I've never heard in real life. Yeah.
Oh, wow. I know. It's a whole nother realm. Even colours. I've seen colours and things that I've not seen here. So yeah, and Kylie had a great dream. Let me just go back.
I actually wonder, Kim, if there were songs that you had written in a previous life.
Really good point. Or another realm or whatever it is. And it's really easy to check into that. So but I thought this was a classic.
Kylie, in my dreams, I was at dream school, and it was learning how to interpret dreams. It was a classroom setting, and there was a teacher explaining how to work out what they mean.
Isn't that hilarious? And the beautiful thing is, though, it's, to me, what I got from this is that our subconscious is telling us, look, it can be so useful and helpful and important to really tap into your dreams and use that dream time, to create or to heal or to do whatever it is that we need to do. We just ask for it or have the intention of it. So I love that. That's so cool. So, Page of Pentacles. I just pulled a card then. The Page of Pentacles is all about learning something new, just taking one small step in reality, just a little step at a time to learn. So we don't have to know it all, just a step at a time, and we'll get shown exactly what we need when we have the intention of it. So I love that. That's perfect. So here we go, Marie. Let's have a look at what Marie's got to say.
I'm not remembering dreams for a bit, but feel like I'm very busy and dealing very closely with others. I also feel that I'm being directed on some of my day-to-day things, like I think I'll do laundry Friday, 4 days, but wake up Tuesday and grab the laundry and go. Happening with other things 4 or 5 times a week. Yeah.
Isn't that fascinating? Again, that's almost inspirational as well, isn't it? Is like, you're doing in your real life is being almost activated through the dream state. And but it doesn't matter what day it is. It doesn't in this realm. I was thinking that today because I've got a friend's big birthday coming up. And I went, do you know what? It's all a lie anyway. It's just a lie. And I said, imagine if on your birthday cake, instead of your years, you had how many hours you'd been breathing or something. I just think just change it up so we break that spell around birthdays. So it was really interesting.
Totally. It's all the wisdom that you gained through experience. That's all it is. It's reflecting. Totally. It's still an important time frame because it's where everything was aligned for you to come in, but not in terms of making you appear to be older and all those corny jokes that come in.
I don't like those at all. It's almost like they say, it's almost like, not a curse, but a spell, like a spell.
Yeah, because you believe it and then it will happen.
That's it.
Yes,
so,
Gillian, I had a dread. An ex-boyfriend was sitting in a dread. Yeah, a dream.
A dream. Was it a dread?
An ex-boyfriend was sitting in an armchair. He was old and fat and smiling.
Yeah. Oh, there she goes. There we go.
Dream. Sorry, I didn't know it was dreadful because you didn't want to see
it. Maybe that typo was perfect. Okay, so how interesting.
Smiling.
So an armchair to me, what does an armchair mean? To me, it's like, you're relaxed, you've stopped, you're sitting, you're peaceful. He was old and fat and smiling. So he was obviously happy with maybe how he turned out his life, and maybe you were happy that you weren't with him anymore. I don't know. It'd be interesting. How do you feel about him now, Gillian, when you think about him? I don't know, what are you getting, Nick?
Yeah, I actually sometimes reflect on exes that I've had, and quite often they come into my life shortly after, whether it's through a message or I actually feel really happy for them when I see them in their place. It makes me feel happy because we've had a connection in the past. So I'm happy that they're happy.
That's beautiful. And it's so interesting because I pulled some cards for you, Gillian. You just can't make this stuff up. So the first one is the Empress. So you created this, Gillian, for yourself. You created that beautiful relationship, that beautiful connection. The Lovers card then comes up. So this was you. What I'm getting was it was helping you to find an aspect of yourself through him because you both work together. These are the two true relationship cards. So that Two of Cups to me is always about working with someone else to bring through emotions, heart, whatever it is. So I feel that was something you created, and I feel it's helped you at another level to shift something within you. So, I mean, when do these cards come up together like that?
Yeah.
They don't.
Oh, interesting comment too. Yes. He was manipulative, but I see that he was trying to change his life. I've also manipulated my life.
So look at that beautiful learning that you've got through that. You worked together on this in that time frame that you had here in the physical, and it would have been a soul contract for sure. You've created it. You're the Empress.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
And when we truly own and take responsibility for everything, no matter how much we didn't like it, no matter how much we went, that's not my fault. When we truly own it, that's when we allow ourselves to be fully empowered without judgment, with just love. And, oh, wow, how clever was I to set that up? My goodness, look at what I've learned from that. Look at now who I am through that experience. And, we've all had doozies. Let's face it, we've all had some real dodgy, gnarly experiences, whether it was from as a child or whenever. Own them. Honestly, it is one of the most powerful things we can do. Then what I find happens is that wounding from another lifetime or through lineage, or that the belief system we have can then come up to be loved, looked at, released, cleared, and thanked, literally. It's such a different vibration when we come from that rather than from that, oh, that was horrible, Yeah, it's just so different. So,
100%.
yeah,
100%, Maria. I couldn't agree with that more. And it
yeah,
can happen really quickly too. It's surprising the moment you do take full responsibility and
yeah,
step out of, not saying you're a victim, but when you step out of a victim mentality
yeah,
and you see where it comes from, then when you realize that, you see everything else at the same time, which then opens up possibilities, which just put that thing to bed once and for all. He definitely
yeah,
pushed me into the next of my life. Yes, traveling. He changed the direction of my life.
yeah, yep.
And maybe that's why he was smiling, because he knew that too.
He'd done his job. He could rest.
Yeah.
He was in his armchair,
Yeah.
man, and you, at a subconscious level, you were seeing that. You saw the beauty of it all.
Correct.
And yeah, so, and so as Gillian's saying, the generations before me were stuck. So it projected me onto him. He changed. It's exactly right. So, him being manipulative, what's another way we could express that? He was my great gift of teaching me, where is my truth? Instead of using a word like that to describe someone, change it up in a way. And that also shifts it again, doesn't it, into a whole nother level.
Exactly. And it's like what happened in that process was that you choose to be manipulated so you could experience what it was like to be manipulated, because you'd never had that experience before in a relationship, or you allowed yourself to be manipulated. So what part of your inner self did you stop or not allow to come forth for that to happen? And that's the inner strength. So both of them are equally learning experiences, and it doesn't really matter which way it went, because you gain so much wisdom from it.
And it would have been, I really feel for me that there's been generational, schisms or traumas or wounds that I've chosen to actually be the one to actually release that. And I was reading something, oh goodness, why didn't I save this? They've actually done scientific studies now that show what's happening in the present can actually change the past. They've somehow, through the observation effect of the what do you call those ones where they put the light through, and if it's observed it changes.
Yeah,
But they're
experiment.
saying it can actually change another aspect through the studies they've done. I went, well, we sort of know that, don't we? Because that's the work we do when it comes to generational health and generational changing.
Exactly. Yeah,
So it's brilliant. It's
and,
brilliant.
and and I think we're on the precipice of starting to comprehend it, because our minds are starting to reshape and form to be able to take in that knowledge or that knowing. Because I think 20 years ago it was beyond most people to even comprehend it, even though lots of people were doing those experiments way before. No one really understood it. It's like, yeah, whatever,
Yeah.
they don't relate it to themselves.
Well, it probably wasn't in our frequency. Whereas now it's like this linear world, it's like for us now, it's not linear. We're in and out of realms. We're living that beautiful presence that we are. The multidimensional aspect of us is actually here now. This is what we're working with. So
That's what dreams are. Let's
dreams
face
are.
it.
Exactly. It's an allowance into that world without all of our judgment, our linear mind, our 3D. It's completely that. So That's why they're so exciting.
Oh,
And I mean, we know people that just go, oh, dreams, whatever. It's just crazy stuff. We know there's so many people like that. Once you tap in, though, like with Kylie's Dream School, once you understand how important and how helpful it can be, it changes our world. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So,
true.
yeah.
Oh, Kathy.
Oh, hi, Kathy. Yeah, it's just, to me, it's just, I mean, like I said, I've been doing this since I was a child. I remember dreams. I used to go to school. My friends loved it when I came and told them my dreams. I'd fly everywhere. It was magical for me. It was, in a way, it was a form of escapism as well.
Yeah.
However, it was more real than what I feel I was actually experiencing in
Yeah,
real life.
it's
Yeah.
very true. It's very true. I find that also when we let go of that linear timeline, we're starting to do it in our own ways. That it's like we give ourselves permission to be shown something new, something we haven't seen or experienced before, and I know we're all having different experiences ourselves at the moment, and little glimpses into something like, oh, what's that?
Yeah.
I've never had that happen before. What does that mean? And it's there just to sort of tickle you, and it's like that page of is it the page of cups?
Yes.
Is that the
Two, you
card?
mean the two of
The two
cups?
of cups, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
it's sort of,
the coming together, working, and with things.
yeah, yeah.
Exactly. So, but yeah, and Angel Laurie's saying, her dreams were way more vibrant as a teenager. Yeah, and I feel too, our brain is so rewiring as a teenager because of the shifts and changes in our hormones. Everything's shifting, and so I think that really that comes through in something like dreams as well. I agree
Mm,
with you. Yeah.
mm. Yeah, it's so true.
Cool.
So
So.
true.
So yes, I'd love to know how everyone's been feeling this week. Like, have you had little interesting moments like I had yesterday and Nick's had with some things? And let us know. Like, how have you been feeling? What's been happening? What are you noticing? And if you also any other dreams, throw them up. It doesn't matter where they've come from, what they are. It always brings through a whole other aspect that we can then just discuss and maybe bring into reality as well. So,
You know what? And I'd like to put this out for maybe next week, if it's okay with Marie, about looking for dreams, because all my dreams, to some degree, have had a sense of celebration in them. And the other dreams that I've had this week, sorry, that it's the sun coming in. I look very faded here. The celebration of what we've come from, but more so what we're going to create. And so the two dreams that I had, and they weren't so much dreams, they're just quick images, but one of them was I was this morning, just before waking, we were meant to be going to a fair or a festival. It was like a marketplace, celebratory sort of atmosphere. When we got there, though, they weren't ready. They were setting up, but they weren't quite ready yet, ready to open. And I was like, oh, okay, so we're right on the precipice, are we? But the other dream that really stood out was I called this one a celebration speech. And I was standing at a lectern. Once again, it's funny how this idea of teaching coming up through all of us now, it's our wisdom coming through. And there was a massive crowd, like I'm talking stadium size. I just got the impression huge people, even though I didn't see a stadium. And the speech that I was about to give was quite monumental, and I knew that there'd be people in the crowd that wouldn't be ready for what they were about to hear. Yet it would excuse me, have a bit of my blue water. It would benefit them greatly as to what is going to come about. And I got the feeling that it was the speech was about a change in governance, the concept of who controls me. No one controls me. We work together. But the opening line of the speech, and I'm glad I remembered to write it down, it was, we are all equal. That was the very first opening line. So it was just to set the tone so that people knew this wasn't about you being told how to be and what to do. This was a whole new beginning. And so for me, that was just like that fear. And there was so much support behind me. It's like there were already people on board with it, ready. And that's what we're doing. We're showing people the possibility of what's to come, because we've
Yeah.
done that work. We've already flicked that switch. So
Yeah.
I'm interested to see if other people are getting sort of any messages that are showing, indicating what's going to come. Because that to me is all about integrating our past, but also what are our goals? What are we trying to make happen for
Yeah.
ourselves? Yeah, so the two to me, and I always get that feeling like party mode, like I get yee and balloons and sparkles and all sorts of things coming off it. It was exciting, that one. That was a huge one.
That's beautiful. And, those celebration type dreams,
Yes.
it's almost like you're on track, you're doing great, everything's okay. It's like a real
Mm.
reassurance as well at the
Yeah.
same time, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, yeah, so let me just have a little look and see what comes up with that. Yeah, I love it. Oh my goodness, I love it. It's interesting because when you were saying, I loved your opening line of "We are all equal," but not everyone
Mm.
believes that, because not everyone,
Yeah.
like you said, is ready to actually accept that
That's the
aspect.
perfect card. That's the
I know,
perfect card.
and that's a yes.
Yes. And look at the two cards I pulled this morning from this.
Okay, so ambush fear with your ferocious dreams. Oh, I love that. And then creator. That's beautiful. Wow.
And this was creator air, so it's all about
An air mind.
yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
Getting those ideas out and starting to foster them into something new, and just like if you're sick of having those dreams that are bringing stuff up for you, perhaps that's because you don't want to have to face them in this 3D world here.
3D
So
world.
accept them for what they are, but maybe start also saying, I want to see some dreams about what I'm going to be creating.
Yeah,
Angel
absolutely.
Laurie, I have a weirdo pressure in my third eye area and my sinus area, and I don't have any colds or allergies. Never get sick, but I pulled my cards and it said to clear my chakras with frequencies.
That's what we were just talking about with me in that sacral navel area. Oh my God, it felt like this heavy brick. And as soon as it shifted, it was like, oh. And I know Kylie was feeling something as well. It was really interesting because Kylie was getting it physically as well. So this is what
After
Kylie
our
experienced.
day, sorry, after our day yesterday, I am feeling peaceful. Before we did the kinesiology, my legs felt sore and heavy, like I was walking through mud. Now I feel no pain and my energy is high and I feel lighter.
And so that's what happens when we work through the etheric, rather than trying to work through the physical, working through that etheric and releasing it is magic. It really is magic. And Angel Laurie, this is great because she said her cards said she's transforming, but into what? That's where your patience, not patience, that's where your trust and faith comes into play, because there's obviously an opening for you going on through your third eye, pineal gland. We're all going through it. A lot of people might be feeling something on the crown chakra as well. Angel Laurie, I would do some sun gazing. I'm sure you know how to do that, but what I do in the mornings is I just, if it's early morning, I can look at the sun and allow all the frequencies in, and then I take them through. Just close my eyes, take all those colors through into my brain, my pineal gland, into my whole being. If it's sort of later on in the day, you can pop your hands over your eyes like this and do it through a filtered vision, blink really rapidly and let the sun come through to your eyes. I would definitely do some sun gazing for you, honey. I think that will help you to shift and help this to come through. So, yes. And Kathleen's had another aspect as well.
Okay, the second part of my dream, I was fumbling with my keys, and Steve Carell, the comedian actor, had a baby in a car seat and said, "Can you give us a ride somewhere?" He had a 16-year-old stepdaughter and another man too. They got in and I was driving to make a sharp right turn. They shouted, "You are going the wrong way." And I said, "I know, I'm making a wide left." The girl got out and moved some rocks because it was a tight turn, and then was able to make the right turn. I don't know where we went, but at one point was at a convenience store walking around.
So you're shopping. You were actually, to me, I mean, after, like Zan always says that famous people are like a new guide that's come in. And especially because they were telling you which direction to go and how to do it. You know, to me, it sounds like you've got a new energy or something that's come in to help you. And a convenience store, you know, you can get anything from those, can't you, really? So it's like, oh, what am I going to shop now? It's like, yeah. It's
There's
like,
all the possibilities there. You choose which ones you're going to have.
yeah. So interesting, isn't it? So I'll pull some cards on that one because I like that. I just keep getting, you've done so much inner work, Kathleen. It's almost like now you are going into a new aspect for yourself. And it's like, and it doesn't really matter like which way we go at the end of the day, it's how we go. So look at this, 3 of Wands. This is looking forward to the future and letting go of the past, taking the action to do that. And it sounds to me that's exactly what's happening. So yeah, just 2 of Wands. So this is all about finding balance before you move forward. So it's like making sure that when you're driving, which is your life and you had control of it, you know what you need, what actions you need to take to make it work. 5 of Swords. This is often when we come into a place within our own mind where we're having a bit of I don't know what to do. This is annoying me, la, la, la. This is a mind game. So just stay in your heart and ask for dreams, exactly like what Nick's been saying. Ask for dreams. 10 of Wands, nearly finished. Whatever it is that's been going on is nearly done. Okay, just a little bit more. So yeah, it sounds to me like you're getting a little bit of guidance from that dream. So Nick, anything? Because you and Kathleen have that little connection.
Yeah. Well, the way those rocks, if the rock had to be removed, it's an obstacle that's being removed. And so because you're driving that car and you're in control of it, I think you're in control of everything. And you're realizing that now. Definitely. Those cards are perfect. They explained it really well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Comedian, a baby, and a teenage girl. Man in front seat was a teacher at the high school.
So there's a teacher. Yeah, they're guides. That's exactly what it's telling you. So which is just brilliant.
It's like one of those jokes. There was a comedian, a baby, and a teenage girl.
I know. I thought that too. I went, oh, this sounds like one of those jokes. It's funny. So yeah, love that. Okay, so let's have a look and see. Yeah, Angel Laurie's been traveling a lot at night. Yeah, you don't need to remember when I travel. When I did used to do a lot of flying dreams, I would remember distinctly and vividly where I was because I was lucid. But when we travel, often our higher self goes off and does stuff, and we don't need to know what it is. That's how I look at it anyway. So
exactly. And just thinking about that. Sorry, the Kathleen dream with the comedian. I think that's a reminder to bring the fun back into it.
Yeah.
Because when you
have to be serious.
Yeah, but people say, "How can you be serious when I'm angry?" Well, you can't actually, because you've got to work. You truly know when you're starting to come into your essence, when you can bring your comedy back into your life, and you've done that in your dream. So start practicing it more in real life or this life.
Yeah.
So Christine, hi Christine, felt yesterday like something deeper was shaken loose, but not really come to the surface yet. Interesting with the earthquake on the Gold Coast recently. That's right, which I didn't feel releasing to create new.
That's a nice analogy. I like that.
Yeah,
because my friends that live a little bit further north, they're in a very high sort of building, and they said they wish they'd been living on the ground because they really felt it. I didn't feel a thing. But they really did. So that's really interesting, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot.
Sorry.
There's a lot of shifting going on in Australia as well that we're noticing more and more too, just for people that we do get them, we just don't talk about them as much.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. No, it's interesting, isn't it? So we'll just stay in this space and play. So now there was and Kylie. Yeah, Kylie, this is where cards can be really helpful.
I pulled a card this morning, 285 Hertz and yoga to help clear. So was the card 285 Hertz or
did it have it on the card? Because we know that listening to particular music frequencies can help to shift and clear different chakras or different aspects through the etheric. So yeah,
Mm.
interesting. So
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
yeah, it
Okay.
did. So the card had that on it. Yep. Okay.
Oh, wow.
I know it's just so cool, isn't it? What's available for us in messages, whether it's cards, nature, people, art, it doesn't matter. Wherever we feel we trust and can be guided through, just do it. Like I said, sometimes I go, all right, universe, I want all my messages through nature today. And you've got to be so careful what you ask for, because I had things happen that I have never experienced in my life.
Yeah.
One day I really did this years ago, and I really focused on it. I went for my usual run in the morning, and this big black dog came running out from this place. I'd never seen this dog, and it was just standing there barking at me. I went, okay, thank you, I've got your message. And then it turned around and ran back in again. And I went, okay, black dog, that's the loyalty, it's feminine, it's deep subconscious. Okay, thanks for that. And you're making me aware of something. It was just fantastic. I had weird things happen all day. It was great. Oh, yeah, I had a hive of bee. I'd been sort of thinking, I'm really concerned for the bees, because they use so much poison and toxins and stuff. And I went, I'm really, and as a kid on the farm, we had a beehive just naturally. It was in our generator, shed. And as kids, you just heard it all the time. And I was out painting my balcony this same day, and I heard this noise, and I went, why does that sound familiar? I went, oh my goodness, it's bees hiving. It's bees actually hiving. And they came, and the swarm was just literally floating in front of me where I was on at my balcony, almost to say, it's okay. We're here. We're fine. And then it went off. Now, these are the sorts of things that would happen. So be very careful with your intentions, because you will get very big messages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that just shows you how what we're connected to, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What we're
Exactly.
part of.
What we're
It's
part of.
yeah,
And we're heard. Don't think you're not heard.
exactly. And you'll get that message as a little tiny whisper.
Yeah.
And you just got to be listening and ready for it. But if you put out, I like how you say that, Marie, when you put it out there to show me something, and then you start to look for it. If you miss the whisper, then it's going to be right in front of you, because we do use our eyes a lot here.
Yeah. And it was the sound as well. It was that frequency sound. I was going, I know this. And it had been literally since I was a kid, I'd heard swarming bees.
Yeah.
So, yeah, amazing.
And Kim has said, I was in a group where we did a meditation with fairies. I saw fairies giving me a jewelry box with crystals in it. The owner of the group is a medium, and she said she sees fairies around me. Yeah.
It's beautiful, really. And the elementals, the fairies and all the elementals, they were really hurt and traumatized through a lot of our lower vibrational time on earth. But now I just feel like they're just so much happier, because we're at a higher frequency. They really want to connect. So I love that. It's really beautiful.
Yeah,
So
they're
it's really
coming out
beautiful.
to play again with us.
They
And
are.
that's lovely, actually, that you've brought that back into consciousness, both of you, because I feel that, we have to, when we say play, that doesn't necessarily mean play a game, even that's play too, but it's just play with your mind and your spirit in a way that, think, oh, there's fairies living over there for sure.
And
When I'm in the garden,
yeah,
I always imagine, oh, there's something in there. Yeah, there's something
I
there
do
for
too.
sure. Yeah.
And as soon as I see any moss or anything on a tree in a little, area, I go, oh, there's elementals in there. There's fairies. And as soon as you do that, it's like they'll just tap back in.
Yeah.
It's really beautiful.
Yeah,
So,
they do.
and
They do.
water, for me, the undine, I can just feel that beautiful undine energy in water. So, yeah, it's
Exactly.
interesting. Well, what do you reckon? How about we do a meditation today?
That would be awesome.
All right, so I'm just shuffling and spreading out my cards, and I always just tune in through my higher self and for whatever it is that's going to bring through what's needed for everyone that taps into this beautiful group somehow. Okay. Okay, so you. Wow. Self-mastery. And what have we been talking about? We've been talking about how we create our own reality. yeah, and basically how we can have it be seen. And the self-mastery also for me is around healing ourselves or bringing ourselves back into balance physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, through the etheric. And you can see all the chakras, and we've been talking about the chakras today, and when one gets out of balance, how it can just make us feel really, really not great. So this is really beautiful. I love this. Self-mastery. Number 15, which is a 6, which to me is also, it's also the what do you call it? The Merkaba. So this is our own travel body as well. It's the etheric. It's the light body is what I'm getting.
That makes a lot of sense, doesn't it?
Yeah. So let me just have a little look up that one, and then jump in and just see what comes through. So it is part of the solar plexus, which is interesting, which is the middle. Remember, we have our lower chakras and then our upper chakras. So throat, yeah. So solar plexus and heart are really like that beautiful big energetic aspect between the two. That's how I see them. So the self-mastery, you've pulled this card today to let you know this is a powerful time to manifest self-mastery. Life is constantly offering us lessons, which gives us the opportunity to grow and expand our soul. You are being called at this time to master your gifts. The key is to focus your energy on what you would like to master, and don't give up till you have fully embodied it all. It takes commitment and motivation to create self-mastery. However, with consistency and time, it will come to fruition. Being blessed with this card today indicates you are already on your way to mastering your gifts. Have you doubted yourself lately in a particular aspect of your life, resulting in frustration? Know that the current challenges you are undergoing are doorways to self-mastery. Make sure not to lose focus or give up hope, as mastery is inevitable. To master something requires courage and love, and now is the time to give your full attention and presence to your gifts. You're being encouraged to look at your life's mission, plant the seeds required to bring you closer to your soul's path, stay motivated, and dance in the mastery of yourself. Wow, and we've been talking about inspiration, manifestation, all of those things today. And the beautiful affirmation is, I am the master of my destiny. It's like exactly how we started this show. Take responsibility for everything. It's just classic. So, and the solar plexus, as we know, is all about personal power, inner strength, determination, self-discipline, courage, freedom, free will, emotional balancing. So that's beautiful. So I don't know what's going to come through yet for us, but I'm going to pop Jasper here on my lap. And okay. All right. So that's the card again. And I'm really getting a big hit that we're going to be working with our chakras today. So everyone, if you're just sitting, just make sure you're comfortable with your feet flat on the floor. Just let yourself relax and just gently close your eyes. Take a breath in through your nose. And as you breathe out, just let yourself drop more deeply. Just drop, surrender. Another breath in. And this time as you breathe out, we bring our attention into our beautiful heart chakra. We always start with the heart. This is where the release and the healing can happen through. See, sense, or feel white light beginning to birth deep within that heart space. And as this white light begins to expand, it again releases any pain or blocks within that heart, bringing through a sense of freedom and peace. The white light then continues to expand through your whole being. So every cell is vibrating with this white light. That white light now continues to expand into your etheric field, the aura. Any cords, hooks, ties that no longer serve you, whether from you or to you, are now gently dissolved. And now take your intention down into the base chakra and see a beautiful silver spiral of light coming through, clearing and releasing. anything that's heavy, anything that's feeling not settled and comfortable. And as that continues to spiral through that chakra, bring through a beautiful red frequency of light. This light then goes through into the physical aspects, into your bones, into the gonads. You gently move into the sacral chakra, which is in between the belly button and the top of the pubic bone. Once again, that silver frequency spiral of light goes through the chakra, clearing any blocks, anything that might stop our beautiful creativity, our nurturing. And then see the color of orange, the frequency of orange, which is higher than just the color, coming through that ray of orange frequency. Again, moving through all of those beautiful internal organs, your bladder, your womb, feel the warmth as this frequency of light comes through. We're moving up now to our solar plexus chakra. Again, that silver frequency of light spirals through, clearing, cutting cords, freeing up this whole chakra. And then a beautiful golden yellow frequency ray of light moves through, spins through that whole solar plexus area, supporting the stomach, the spleen, the liver, all of those internal organs. And then to the heart chakra. Again, allowing that silver frequency of light to spiral through, clearing and releasing. And a deep emerald green ray of light begins to move through that heart chakra, filling it up. And at the same time, a pink, like glowing pink, moves through with the emerald green, tapping into that beautiful deep feminine. And then a pale blue, and it glows. This is that third deep chamber of the heart, the compassion, the being of service. All these beautiful frequencies move to wherever they're needed within this heart space. We move now up to the throat chakra. Again, allow that silver spiraling light to come through, clearing any blocks of our communication or our wealth, our self-expression, our expression of God, clearing that through. And a deep, vibrant blue frequency ray of light now comes in and fills up that whole chakra. To the third eye chakra, just in the forehead, allowing that silver through, the spiraling effect that helps to clear through the pineal gland, the brain, right through the ears. All the physical aspect is cleared. And a deep indigo purple colour now comes through, sparkling, rejuvenating, really helping to open that pineal gland, to release that chrism oil, bringing through our gifts, our talents, gifts we've mastered from other lifetimes. Own them. And then the crown chakra. And as that beautiful silver frequency spins through, opens, clears, releases blocks, a beautiful white violet color. It's a ray of light that is so fine and so powerful all at once. Spins through that crown chakra, clearing the path, connecting us up to our oversoul, to our higher self, into the cosmos. And as that pituitary gland and brain and central nervous system is all supported through that crown chakra, the cosmos energy now pours through that open crown all the way through every single chakra, through your body, like a beam of light all the way down to just below your feet into the Earth Star chakra. And as it does so, our beautiful Mother Gaia, her frequency and energy, nurturing, loving, supportive, moves up through that Earth Star chakra to blend with the cosmic energy through every single chakra in our body until we are purely one, connected with all frequency. And then gently put your hands on your solar plexus chakra. And with intention in your mind's eye, say the words, I am the master of my destiny. I am the creator of my realm. I am a co-creator with the divine, with God, Goddess, and all is well in my world. And then when you gently start to come back, I want you to notice where in your whole body you actually may feel lighter. You might feel more space. You might feel more peace. Gently bring that through. And wriggle your toes. Begin to come back into the here and now, knowing that you're bringing back a beautiful, balanced, energetic field with your chakras spinning exactly how they need to. And when you're ready, open your eyes and let yourself be present. Wow. Oh, so if anyone's had any sort of chakra blocks like I felt yesterday and Kylie had been feeling, and I'm sure some of us have been feeling, hopefully they'll just give them that little tick to clear it up for you.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So.
Oh, very powerful, that one. And obviously we're ready for that. And very first card I pulled, Marie.
Wisdom of the solar plexus. Of course.
Came in right at the very end there. I knew you were going to bring it up somehow. Yeah.
That's perfect, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you cannot make this stuff up. We just create it.
We create it. It's right. I love it. Very...
well, everyone, we're going to go, but yeah, look, have a beautiful week and keep asking for inspiration and how can I create? How can I have more joy? And we'll all connect back next week, which I love you all so much. And Elise is back tomorrow, so we can join her on her show as well. And thanks, Nick, as always.
Yeah, thanks, everybody. Thanks for creating this great reality.
Absolutely. All right.
Love
Bye.
to you all. Bye.